Hello everyone and welcome to the Kitchen Journal. Today we're going to be making carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. So let's go over the ingredients so we can get started. We've got some white granulated sugar, soft light brown sugar, unsalted butter that's been softened, vegetable oil, 4 large eggs, plain flour or all-purpose flour. We've got cinnamon, ground ginger and nutmeg. And we've also got some baking powder, baking soda and salt. This is a really chunky cake, so we've got some crushed pineapple that's been drained. We've also got some carrots that have been grated fine, some roasted walnuts that have been chopped, and lastly some vanilla extract. So let's get into it. First of all, preheat your oven to 175 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we're going to pop all the butter into a mixing bowl along with your white and light brown sugars. In they all go. And then you're going to place that on medium speed to beat until it's all creamed together. You may find at this point that the mixture starts to clump together, but no worries, we're going to put in the vanilla extract and also the oil. And we're going to put that again on about medium speed to incorporate. Next we've got our eggs, so we've got 4 large eggs that are going into the mix. So preferably you'd crack each one into a bowl before putting it into the mixture, just to make sure you don't get shards of egg going into your cake batter. And also if you've got a bad egg, you'll be able to catch it before it ruins your entire mixture. So just put in each one and then mix it thoroughly before adding the next. And then we're going to move on to the dry ingredients. Pop in all your dry ingredients into a bowl, including all the spices. And now we're just going to sift the mixture. I personally don't do this too much when I bake. This is Mum baking here, and she always sifts her stuff, and it just makes sure that the flour mixture is really light and airy, which will make for a nice smooth batter in the end. So just go ahead and sift that through. It also combines all the dry ingredients really well, which is nice. And you can see we're just catching all the lumps. And then now, this isn't a very fussy cake recipe. You can just dump the whole thing into your wet ingredients. Pop your beater down and just mix it for a couple of turns, just so the dry ingredients are moistened. If you mix it too much, you're going to develop the gluten in the flour and you'll end up with a rock-like cake, and we really don't want that. We really want a nice, moist, fluffy cake. So just with your rubber spatula, just take it around the bowl, just to make sure that you scrape down any unmixed bits of flour. And then we're going to mix in our chunky ingredients. So we're starting with the grated carrots. And we've got our crushed pineapple going in. And give that a brief little mix, just a couple of turns. And then add in your chopped walnuts. We're just going to mix that to combine. And that is your cake batter done. So using your rubber spatula, just scrape off as much of the cake batter from the beater as you can. We want it all to go in there because it's all yummy. And then one final mix with your rubber spatula, just down to the bottom, just in case there's any unmixed bits of carrot in there. and it should be this sort of consistency. So we're ready to bake it now. So we're going to put it into a lined baking sheet. Mum usually does this for church, so she does it in a flat tray like this, and she then cuts it into squares and ices them individually. So just get the mixture all out of the bowl, and then just with a spreader, you can use your rubber spatula or a knife for this part as well. Just smooth out the top and get the mixture into all the corners. This will just make sure that your cake turns out picture perfect, nice and smooth once it's baked. The parchment at the bottom of the pan also makes it really easy to lift the cake out once it's done. So now that we're done, we're going to put it into our preheated oven. And depending on your oven, we're going to set it to between 25 and 30 minutes on the clock. You'll know when it's done when a toothpick inserted comes out clean and the top is a nice brown color. Once that's done, just take it out of the oven and we're going to lay it on a cooling rack to cool completely. Once it's cooled, Mum usually likes to cut it into squares like this for individual servings, and we have our favorite cream cheese frosting, which you can get the recipe in the description box below. And she just puts it in a piping bag, pipes a floret on the top, and decorates it with some walnuts. You can also make it into a giant cake like this, and you can decorate it with walnuts on the outside as well. We hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as we do. And from all of us here at the Kitchen Journal, thanks for watching.